everything.
We're live and recording.
So I guess we'll turn it over to the BCA folks to give us a project update.
Sure. We've got Amanda joining remotely. Amanda, do you want to give a quick update and I can add in?
Sounds good. Can everyone hear me okay?
Sure.
Yep.
So I would say the biggest note of progress is that NCC is substantially complete. We field verified this with our survey technician, and we've been making progress on the DOT permitting side for the county as well, so that they can proceed with their entrances. We're still working on finalizing that, but we have made progress with some plan resubmissions, so we're working through that.
Yeah, just a little background on that. So the DOT issued a permit and I think it was like a year at a block. So the county's been chipping away at the roadway entrances. This roadway towards Watertown, this one is complete. They've done the work in the right of way. It hasn't been paved yet. This second one that's towards the airport over here on this end, this side has not been done yet. So in order for the county to proceed, they have to have that renewed. And the DOT has brought up a couple of things that, and one thing the county already took care of. That's fine now. The other item that the DOT wants addressed is this entrance in the middle. So there's an existing entrance that was actually used by the previous property owner, Austin Powder, to access the property. They want a condition of reissuing the permit to have that entrance removed completely and restored, the shoulder restored, lawn restored. So that's what we're working through. And I guess that's a discussion we can have. To me, access to the property with the two entrances, you can access everything that's needed. Really, this entrance isn't needed after everything's done.
I don't think we should want any entrances except off the interior road myself. So
Agreed.
Yeah, so as long as, and we've been working with Andy and Jim at the county also, but
So they're gonna do the work?
the plan would be for them to do the work. I think Luck Brothers is still, so this is a newer aerial. They've got equipment out there. I think they still have some.
Yeah.
It's my understanding North Country Contractors may also be using that for the sewer project. I don't know where that stands, but even with those two projects going on, I think there's plenty of access. Shouldn't be any issue with getting to this staging area. There's an access point over here that they've already created onto where the Convault site was going to be located.
Is the plan to pave the entrances?
That's a condition of the permit. So yes,
Who's gonna do the paving?
right now it's in the county's hands for the paving too. Actually, the most westerly, we always call this the easterly part. There's the westerly part, which is the smaller parcel on the other side of the airport. That really could be done at the same time. I think that should be considered. Another recommendation would be get that done so that if you have another contractor come in, or if you pave the rest of the road, you're out of the right of way. You're not dealing with the permitting process. You're not going through this whole process again. So our recommendation, get that done, get out of the right of way, and then in the future, you're not dealing with that permitting process again.
can we get a sign there, Marshall?
I'm sorry?
Can we get a sign at this part?
Yeah, we could actually on the contiguous part. Would we be paving the entirety of the road? or
No,
just the
so
entrance?
part of the DOT permit is just the right of way.
Right, okay.
So they want everything up to, the dash line is the DOT right of way. So it would just be, from the edge of pavement to the right of way line would be the extent.
Perfect.
I'm assuming this is a proposed subdivision of it into developable lots.
Yeah, I brought this along. This is something, we did something similar with you, Marshall, and with Dave. this just sort of breaks down what it could look like. Everything changed significantly when Convolt was involved. They really wanted the bigger, they wanted everything, right? Yeah, so we really wiped out the potential parcels, but this is more like similar to what was done previously. Really it has a lot of opportunities. It could be any size parcels. I think the total parks are around 120 acres.
Wouldn't we have to subdivide that again?
I think so. And it kind of depends on, again, how it lays out.
Yeah.
But yes.
Would we wait to go through the subdivision process until we actually had
Yes.
Yeah,
a
that's,
proposal?
Yes.
Yeah, and
I mean, this gives us a good idea of what it could be, but it could be that,
Do we have a layout of what it looks like now, what the lot looks like now, or is it all just? I don't
We
remember
do-
how that
we do
process
have
ended up.
the-
Is it all just one big parcel now?
I think everything is one big parcel because we never went through the final steps with
That's what I wondered.
with Convolt. I'll check with Mike Mitchell or Surveyor, but I think it was still in the original pattern. We went in front of the town board
Yeah. I remember.
and received approvals, but I
But
don't
was it
think
ever-
the final lot lines were
That's
established.
what I wondered. So it really hasn't been.
I'll confirm. I'll shoot everyone, or at least get it to you, Marshall.
So it's in its original configuration.
That's
not
my
as was
understanding.
proposed to be subdivided.
Right.
Okay. Might be nice to have at least a picture of what it actually is right now, so we have an idea moving forward. Um,
Would you?
We have kind of an idea moving forward as we are able to develop that.
Yep.
What we're looking at and what subdivisions might look at like in the future.
Has there been a wetland delineation done?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. So as part of the original shovel-ready application, a lot of things are done up front to make this shovel-ready for an industry to come in, and one of those items is the wetland delineations. There's actually this area here, Rob,
Yes, yeah.
there's a number of wetlands that have been identified.
So typically, the Corps requires you to do a new wetland delineation after 10 years. Now, I understand, I remember when this was being proposed to the Hounsfield Planning Board, when Convolt was proposing, that delineation at the time was close to 10 years old, but it was still good within a year or two. I almost think that you might be under some pressure from the Corps of Engineers to do a new one as we move forward, but that, I don't
What
think that's an issue.
Mike, tells his last name. He was a civil engineer for.
Mike
Convolt.
LaSalle.
Mike LaSalle. What did he do? Was
What's
he
that?
just strictly focused on just the project? Did he do anything outside those bounds of the range of the property or?
no, just the project.
Yeah, he
Just the
was
project.
working for Convolt.
He was working for Harry.
Seems like there's a lot of.
so